Good morning, everybody. AmpRepairGuy.com, also HarbachElectronics.com, 203-892-4119. Please like, share, and subscribe. Today's Friday. Last amp for the week. Went and picked up 3 more. So I got plenty for next week. More on the way. Okay, so got another Ameritron Al811h. Great amplifier. Just need to be gone through, and then when it's done, it's usually one and done. This one does not have the grids grounded, so I'll ground the grids. I always take this out anyway and ground the grid connection, one per socket, directly to the chassis. I'll change the SO239s to high quality ones from max gain systems. Does not have the bias mod done. I'll do that. I'll add the gas discharge tubes below the sockets, remove the metal oxide varistors. Do the 10 meter mod, tweak the input circuits, do everything else I normally do. I'm going to replace the straps, rigid on this side, and I'll go over all the rest when it's done. So I will see you guys soon. Stay tuned. Please like, share, and subscribe. Socket assembly's out. I'm going to have to call the customer back. This clip is badly distorted. Tried twisting it a bit, but I'm not going to be able to save that socket. This socket's missing a screw. I missed that before. This one has been spread. I already compressed this one, but to be honest, these sockets really don't look in great shape. I don't know what this person did. I don't know if he really was wiggling the tubes back and forth. Either the customer I got it from or the person he got it from, but yeah, so I'm going to have to replace sockets here. Probably just replace all 4. So it's very important that you just plug the tubes straight in. Don't wiggle them back and forth. Don't force them in like, just gently. 2 large pins in the 2 large holes. Press straight down. And then when you remove them, just jiggle just ever so. Grab it from the base of the tube carefully and pull up. Don't rock them back and forth. That's how you destroy sockets. So, but I'm going to call the customer and see what he wants to do. Okay, so I'm back and do a quick video here. Replaced all 4 sockets, brand new ones. Added the gas discharge tubes. Tightened up on all of the standoffs here. They were loose, and also grounded each grid connection right to the chassis. Did everything in there. I'll go over that after. Also changed the load variable cap. So I'll go over everything when it's done. See you guys soon. Stay tuned. Also a longer screw for the plate choke, and there was goop in there, so I had to clean the goop out of the choke, the threads, to get that screw in. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so I went to test it and would not pull static plate current. So kind of had a feeling for what it was. It was this relay, the one that does the biasing, the bottom one. Someone changed the top one, leaving that alone. Solder work looks okay. Pulled the bottom one out, and trace was also damaged. That's what happens with 811s usually. If one flashes and you don't have the gas discharge tubes, it'll, from the flash from the anode to the cathode, it'll backfeed, take out that relay. So the trace was also damaged a bit, but the relay contact was also blown apart. So I added a little jumper from that contact from the relay over to the end of the diode string. So I'm going to put it back together and test again, but I made sure now it's making connection. Before it was not. So that's why it was not, that's why it wasn't pulling static plate current. Okay, so see you guys. Find out his input rotary switch was screwed up. So that's out. So when he had the tube flash, damaged that, and also the relay. And the person that tried to work on it changed the top relay. So I went ahead and checked everything. Everything is correct with the relays. It's a switch, so putting a brand new one in. I'll see you guys back with the completed Ameritron Al811h. This needed a bunch of extra stuff, so I'm going to show a video of it working real quick. It's 3:26. I've been at this since like 5:30 this morning. Customer wanted to see it working on 40 meters. Radio set to roughly 70 watts or so, 60-70 watts, 1 kW slug. Bird PEP kit is on, going into a bird dummy load. Key radio, audio hello, 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 800, 800, 800, 800, tit, 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 tit. Audio tit 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 tit. Hello, hello, hello. Audio hello, 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 hello. Audio tit 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 tit. Works as it should, works as it should, works as it should, works as it should. Tit 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 tit. Tit 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 tit. And the settings. Okay. When I finish testing the other bands, I'll crack it open and show you what I did. See you soon. So I'm back. It's late in the day, so I'm going to try to make this quick. The old grid resistors, metal oxide varistors, the old input rotary switch, one of the short screws that has been replaced with longer screw, the old sockets had the wrong type of fuses in here, the old relay, the other one was new, or someone replaced it, this was the bad one, the old SO239s, and the old load cap. Okay, so did the bias modification, you see the new straps, longer screw in the top and the bottom, grounded each grid connection, one per socket right to the chassis, added the gas discharge tubes, brand new sockets. You got the new load cap, new SO239s from Max Gain Systems, great people there. Brand new Penta Lab tubes, great people. Brand new input rotary switch, 10-meter mod, and touched up on solder joints, tightened hardware. This was a lot of work. Okay, so what I think happened was, first off, I didn't know that the customer had never tried it, so whoever he got it from must have had a tube flash, didn't have the gas discharge tube, so it took out this relay and also damaged the input rotary switch. That's why it's so important to have the gas discharge tubes, because when the tube flashed from the anode back to the cathode, which happens with the Chinese 811s, I don't see it happening with the 572s. I still add the gas discharge tubes in case someone were to put 811s in here at some point. So it'll actually backfeed up through the, back up to the board through the input rotary switch, and can actually take out your receiver in your radio. So took out the relay, and amp wouldn't bias on, so I got to the point where I could test it and didn't see any static plate current. So I've had this problem before, so I went in there, checked, bad relay. Then I changed that. I ohmed out the switch. Seemed like it was okay, but with RF, high input S3R in the transceiver, so I ended up having to change the switch, and now it is good to go. I also shortened the length on the plate blocking caps, and one of these caps had a stuck anode cap in it, so I took it out. So that's about it. If you need an amp repaired, feel free to give me a call. Tomorrow I'm going to work on a Al811. And I have an Al80B on the way, and I think I have a couple others also. So keep them coming. I love it. And I hope everyone has a great day. 73.